Welcome to part 2 of my Unmasking 2026 Planner series. And this is video number 2. And this is the set of Laurel Denise planners that I have. So if you would like to check out how the Laurel Denise planners can be used, stay tuned. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So as you can see, I have a lot of planners here and I have 6 different layouts to share with you. Some are newer ones, some are older ones, some have been very well used. So let's dive right in. And there has been some name changes with the recent releases with Laurel Denise. And before we get started, I would like to point out that some of these designs may be outdated. You may have similar designs in newer updated versions. And in any case, you can use my code Priya10 for 10% off every time you shop. And it can usually be stacked on top of sale prices, which is an amazing thing. Because if you want to try out any of this, check out the sales bin because there are lots of useful things there, and you can always go and use a whitener to do some redating if you are on a tight budget. So let's get started. I will go through these one by one. So let's start with the most popular layout, and this is the portrait planner, or the new name is Scout Planner. This used to be called the portrait, and as you can see, the rest of the layouts are all in landscape mode, whereas this one, let me see, whereas this one is in a portrait mode, and hence the reason. So this is a 2024-25 academic year one, and this was something I used for my son's high school, and there was a lot of things happening, so that is why you find a lot of it filled out, and towards the end of May he was practically done, so I did not have much to fill in the month of June, so that's why this is empty. And I went ahead and did some decoration using some gold foil, and this was very basic, just went simple because this was a solid one, and this was from their very first portrait or the Scout release. So when you open, this is my name page, and you can see that I'm quite a decorative planner, and there is a folder here. You can store your pens or anything that you want to keep secure. You can have it here, and the same thing can be found in the back also. So this is the pocket or the pouch for that. And when you turn the page, you have the full year 2024 to 2025, July through June, along with the holidays for both the years. And next we have the first month. So let me see. This will be a good month to show you how it can be used. So you have lots of these decoratable elements. If you are somebody who does not like to sticker it up like I do, you can always come and add the keys there, avoid the stickers entirely. But as you can see, I used some Zig Clean color dots. These were some stickers from Martina Sticker Company, and I brought in some Squad Girls, and this was some washi from Planny Thing, and that's about it. And the circle sticker was from Planny Thing, and the date is from Mojo Jojo Plan. So my code Priya10 can be used in other shops also, and you can find all that information in the description. So coming back to this layout, this is quite functional because you see the month up at the top, and this is the reason why this is the most popular one. And these, whenever the releases happen, it gets sold out in the blink of an eye. So you have the weeks in the bottom, and this is like the main dashboard, and these are one, two, three, four, and 5 habit trackers for you, which I did not use because my purpose was very different. And these are some of the things I was tracking and some focus things for the month is here. Again, I've used the newer ones have an outline here, the newer designs, the newer scout planners, I mean. And I went with some mile liners here, and this is how the week looks. So this is, again, keeping it very, very simple with the decorations. He was doing a whole bunch of things all together, poor kid. And that is the reason. So this is kind of where it is all noted. And you see how useful this can be. And this is the whole month here. And that is the end of the month. And he has more things to kind of focus on because there were a lot of things that were happening. So this is how the whole month goes. So that is a whole month in between here. And if you notice, you see that there is a small hump here at the bottom because the weeks are all at the bottom. So that is the reason why that is visible. And if you are somebody who is very functional and who likes to keep everything in one page, this is a whole month in front of you. You turn the pages and you're good to go. So you have all the tabs in nice, clear, simple wordings, simple, and can you see that? So this is how it lines up. And when you are finished with the month, then even this has a lot of sensitive information, so I can't quite share, but you have 4 pages of the grid pages. And let me see if I can share anything at all. Yeah, so this is how the grid would be, the grid pages. So I have a lot of things I had to print out and have everything here. So I just printed it out and stuck it to these pages. And you have 4 pages of the dot grid. So that is how the portrait is, along with a few things you can note down. Maybe if you're interested in something like that. So if it is a catch-all planner or something, this might be something you can consider. So this is the portrait or the scout rather, because I'm so used to the name portrait that I keep going back to that. So this is a scout. And there is a smaller version also. From the price point, the portrait or the scout planner is $59, whereas the mini is a $55. So depending on what size will work for your needs, there's not much difference in the price. So that is our first layout, the scout. Next up, we have the Nancy in the normal size and the mini. Again, these are from the older releases, and I will have all the names of possibly the newer designs down in the description. So every time they have the planner, so this is again an undated one, so that's why you have the monthly tab stickers given to you for use. And you have 2 of each for each side of the tab. And when you open, you again have these folders, and the patterns vary depending on the design you pick. And this folder will always have a different pattern from the actual cover, so that you can point out, or right off the bat you can know that this is a folder. And you have 2 bookmarks, one with a straight edge and one with a scalloped edge. And of course, I forgot to mention that with all Laurel Denise planners, you can choose between a Monday start or a Sunday start, depending on your preference. unless it's, of course, an undated one. And you get to pick when you start and where you start. So this is the Nancy, which was formerly called the horizontal, weekly, and monthly. So this is, of course, the smaller version. And when you put it side by side, you see the size difference. So if you need something so small, you can go for this one, which is pretty handy, and I'm pretty sure you can take this on the go. If you are somebody who does it that way, then I think this is a good size. And this is because I personally write big. I need a big, but I wanted to have the small for a size comparison. So that is why I have this handy. And you can have the month written here, the details of the month. You can go ahead and date it. And if you are somebody who is looking for some date stickers, Live Laugh Posh has a functionally newer, and Mojo Jojo Plans just had their date stickers re-released, restocked, revamped, newer versions all coming out. So both those shops will be linked below because these are perfect, and one sticker book will last you a long, long time. And this is the week. Again, you can see the month, and even when you turn the page to the next week, you can still have the week visible. And if you are somebody who is used to the disc system, you can take a small scissors and cut the page in between these coils. And you must be wondering what that does. So it comes off, and you can put it, write it, decorate it, fill it in, and then put it back as and when you need it. So the flexibility of that disc bound system also kicks in with that. So this is the week, and you have the whole week. Since it's an undated one, you will have 5 weeks worth of pages, and you can always take it out if you don't need it, because you can, I just showed you how to. And you have the habit trackers, which are always useful. So you have 6 habits you can track, and you have like a dashboard kind of page, and all your to-do lists or priorities for the month can go here, and you can have the space for anything and everything. I will show you my completed version so that you can get a sense of how it can be used. So this is our month, and once this is all done, you have the plan ahead for each month of the upcoming year. So you have 12 months, and you can plan ahead if you want. If there are any birthdays or special events that are happening, you can have them noted here. And you can always come and redate it, relabel this, of course, because you have the yearly wins and yearly lessons. And these are just lines. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 dot grid pages, in fact, not dot grid. And this is a dot grid pages 1, 2, and 3, 4. And you have the currently kind of prompts in the back, very end. And you have the folder when the beautiful patterns repeated. It's the same design as in the front. So that is our Laurel Denise Nancy. And this is, I think the new labeling did not get to this release. So the labeling has been moved to the back. I think it's been going on for the last few releases. So this is the full flip through of the undated in mini. And this is how it looks different. So this is something I have not used. So that's December. So just compare the size, Yeah, so let's put the coils together. So then you will have a sense of how different the sizes are. The Laurel Denise website has exact measurements of each column and each day. Everything is clearly marked in all their planner pictures. on their website. So this is how much more space do you need? 4, 5, 6, and 7 habit trackers here. So this is how the dated one looks. Again, in the front, you have the 2025 holidays and you have the 2026 holidays, everything here with the goals and things to remember, space for all of that for every month. So that is our dated one. And here is some basic info. And let's go to the used Laurel Denise, which is again from 2024-25. And this was again one of the first ones I had picked up. So as you can see, the label is in the front and not in the back. There was just a signature in the back, if you can see. Yeah, again, this also comes with 2 bookmarks, which are somewhere in the middle of the planners. So when you turn the page, the cover has again the folder and really pretty designs. Again, the designs are very different. So this was a name page I decorated, which again I really loved. And this was a custom lettering from Planet Darby. She had done it way back, I think 2 or 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, I believe. So this was For the Love of Books or something was a name from Plans. I really love lavender as my color, so that's why I decided to bring in some of that. So again, let's go to, yeah. So I got this planner in August because I'm usually away in July. So this was my wellness and fitness planner. So you see how I have the color coded stats here, and my workouts are all here, and my meals and the snacks are all tracked here. So this is a meal log plus my fitness and workout planner. So this was very well used, as you can see. And I usually track it on my app, but I thought this was a bit more of an accountability rather. So I made it a point to write it down. So that is week 1. Again, all the activities. 2, and some weeks I just have it on my phone. So that's what happens on busy weeks, and I come and do it as and when I can. And here is the trackers. And on this side, I have the must do for the month. And these are some of the meal planning that I had done, some of the meal ideas. Sometimes when I'm really hungry as a vegetarian, the protein intake becomes an issue sometimes. So I had a few of these ready to go. So that is where we are. So that is our Nancy. And I think horizontal is my kind of layout, especially in this, because I need the space to write. Vertical, it's just not for me, because it is, everybody is different. So I think the Nancy is my go-to layout if I had to pick up another one. So that is layout number 2. And from a price point, the big, or this size, is $59 again, and the mini will be $55. Again, it just depends on what size is convenient for you. The price is not that different. So on to layout number 3, the rows. Again, this previously used to be called the project planner. Again, this has 2 bookmarks, one straight, one scalloped. And look at these designs. This was the pattern which really got me, along with this one also. Really pretty design here. And in the back too, they have the same pattern with the folder and the label, because this was from the 2025 releases. And usually I pick the Monday start. So that is why the planner clearly says Monday start, if you can see right here. So again, this one too, it's the same. You can go ahead and scan the QR code. I believe it should work. I have not checked. And here is some basic info. And these are some 2025 holidays, along with the goals and things to remember for all the 12 months, special dates and events. And I can show you the incomplete December layout, not used yet, because we are not in December yet. So this one is something I use, and it has some sensitive information, so I'm not really comfortable sharing it here. So this is how the month looks. And you have the pages, 4 columns, and habit trackers at the bottom. And you do get inserts for all these if you need additional pages. So you can track your 4 projects, because this used to be called the project planner, because you can track your project and you can break down one project into further subsections or each categories, and then tackle it that way. Totally up to you. And or if you have an event coming up, or you have a project that you are planning to do for your home or your work, and you are getting given a big task, so you want to break it down into categories, say the transportation, the lighting, the food, the decorations, any of that. You just break it down into further bite-sized pieces and then attack it that way. So this is meant primarily for that. And you also have the usual plan ahead and the yearly wins and yearly lessons, all of those pages. And this was a recent addition. And you have the yearly plan. And this, I think, is quite useful for somebody who uses this. And there are some additional inserts that are already in the planner. And I believe it is the same layout that is still going on. So you get a few pages of this, and you do have the option of buying these in the inserts. And there is also an accessories drop coming on November 13th, 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to get some accessories for your holiday gift giving or something, check that out and wait for the release, because there are some good items coming. And this is again a project name, and you have the tasks and what gets completed when. So this is a 2-week tracker. So you have multiple pages of this. If it goes beyond 2 weeks, you could always move to the next sheet. So you have a few pages of that. And because of the size of the planner, I don't think it is totally in frame, which I understand. So that's why I'm trying to move this to each side. And again, this is like a blank canvas. You can add any additional tasks and have the sections. You can check it off. It's like a checklist kind of layout. So you have additional pages for that. And if you have more tasks that needs to be addressed, you can always use these pages. So 4 grid pages and 4 dot grid pages as always. And you have some currently prompts. So from the price point, this is $50 and $45 for the small. On to the next layout. Which is the Kristie, or the book bound, the soft book bound. So this was a new one which was introduced in 2025, and this is from the first release. They have a marigold yellow or something in that color shade. So this is the very first one, and you do have the pocket in the back, like a lot of the other planners, and this is really beautiful designs, really nice and soft. It does feel very luxurious. And this is, again, you start with something about them, some info, basic info, and you have the horizontal weekly edition. And you can always come and try out sticky notes if that is something you would like to try out before committing to the actual planner. And you have the 2025 holidays and the 2026 holidays and the whole 12 months. And this is how the month comes. And I was traveling, so I never got to use this. So this is our full clean month with 2 upcoming months at the top and lots of space for the notes. And this is kind of the weekly layout. Let me, yeah. So this is how the week looks. So you can go break it into sections. I was planning to do it in like the hourly section, but I never got around to try that. But I think the time blocking, the hourly layout, any of those will be quite useful in this layout. And you have the whole week, maybe the things that are happening, the to-dos separately, and the whole week, whenever you can get to it, you can get to that. Those kind of things can go here. So you have the entire week. And we move to the next month. So August was another, it's been busy. Let's get to that. It's a long story short. It's been a very busy last few months for me. So this is once you get to the week. So this is a sample week. I have used this. So these were a few things that were happening. There were a few things that I had to get to. And then there was the to-dos. Again, I reached out to, because my planner was just not accessible. So this was how I was functioning. And as you can see, there is a lot of space. And this was no stickers, just pen and paper and maybe some highlighters, which I never got around to. So that is our book bound Kristie. And you do have the vertical version also here. So I believe the vertical sections go here and the weekend goes at the bottom, similar to the Archer and Olive journal, the planner, in fact. So this is the Kristie. And once you are finished with the months, you have the plan ahead for the next 12 months, the yearly wins, yearly lessons, and you have the grid pages. Yeah, so 6 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 of each. Sorry. And you have some currently prompts, and that is quite useful if you are somebody who prefers a soft bound cover. And from the price point, the horizontal ones, again, I picked the Monday start, if you noticed. So the Monday starts, I believe, are popular. So this is $40 each. And you do have the option of a vertical layout as well. And for a Sunday start, it is $35. And don't worry, I will have all that information in the description for you. On to the next layout, which is this simple monthly or the Carmen. So this is from the current year, 2025. And I can show you that this is how it looks. And this is just very simple. Only the monthlies are included. So for 20 bucks, you get a very basic planner. And if that's something you need, that's all you need, that's a best bet. So this is a monthly edition. And this is from current year. And you have the whole year here. And I did start marking some of the weddings I had for the year, but then things got really busy and I have fallen off. but I still kept using the other months, and you have space for the special dates and events. So let's go to a month which we have not used. Yeah. So I just went ahead and decorated this using some stickers from Planything, one of the Christmas books, I believe. And I kept it very simple. So you can see this is purely a functional one. And you have all the holidays and everything all marked for you. And once you're done with the months, you have 3-4 pages of simple lined pages. And this is actually sewn. You can see the stitch. Let me see. Yeah, so can you see that stitch in the spine? So that's why it does look kind of different from the other planners. You can still see that. So the color is slightly different on the inside, but I think it's a very, very simple and basic planner. So if you are somebody who needs only this much in your life, I'm really happy for you, and this will be just perfect. On to the last planner that I have in front of me to share. This is called the Joe. And if you notice, this is a pop-up planner. So look at that pattern inside. Can you see? So let's just open this. So even this pattern is pretty. So if you are somebody who had the issue of the in the scout planner, if you are somebody who did not like the pages forming a lump at the bottom and you wanted the coil to be away from all the writing, this planner is for you. So when you turn it, this is the design in the inside cover, and some basic info as always. And this side has some dot grid pages for you, which is welcome anytime on my space. And this is some helpful information to get you started. Again, you have more dot grid pages, and you have the name page, and this again comes with dot grid pages. And you have the 2026 holidays with the whole 6 months here with goals and things to remember. And you have more dot grid and the next 6 months in the next page. So we get to January, and like I said, if you are somebody who does not like hitting the coils when you write, this is for you, because the month comes down at the bottom here and the weeks go here. How perfect is that? And this can be one place for the whole family to see what is going on throughout the week. And it is a great place to note down everything. Everybody can have color coordinated events and tasks and things that happen every day of the week. So all of those, even the chores, you can have all sorts of combinations here. So this is the first week, where January 1st falls on a Thursday. So we have December finishing on Wednesday. And in the back, we have more dot grid pages, which is amazing. So you have the whole month here, and there is more dot grid pages, dots here. And you can have the entire month visible even when your weeks are. You just turn the page when the week is over, and still the monthly view will be visible, which is amazing. And it is not available in a lot of planners. So this is a perfect modification of the Scout planner. And I'm so glad this came out, because the pop-up planners are gaining popularity, I must say. So I have another brand from which I have a pop-up planner. I don't have all the layouts, but I will get to that pop-up planner during the series, so you will see what I'm talking about. But again, this was very popular. So you have all the months here. If you can see, all the months are here. And once you get to December, it's the same thing, and you have the whole year in so many pages. And can you see that thickness difference? So that is all the way until the end of the year. And you have the plan ahead with January through December of 2027 all laid out in front of you with the plan ahead section. And you have the yearly wins and lessons. And you have the yearly plan for the first 6 months and the next 6 months in the next page. And you have more pages for all the things that you might want to track. And every page has a dot grid on the back. So that's all the additional spaces that are available to you. So can you see how many pages they are? And this comes with a few of the grid pages with dot grid in the back. And there are some actual dot grid with more dot grid in the back. So lots and lots of spaces to fill in. And once that is all done, you have the currently page, and that too comes with dot grid at the back. And this is the pattern in the back. And let us now see how this can stand. So when you put it down like so, this is how it stands. And when you put it down like this, you can have some of the accessories. This is one of the larger sticky notes. It can stand up right here. And this is one of the smaller sticky notes that can go in here. And this is a pouch. I was getting to the accessories section. That can even go in here. So all the pens that you need can stay in this pouch, and this can just stay up wherever you want it to. And this is nice and ready for you to make changes anywhere and everywhere. So what do you say? Do you like that? Yeah. So that is the last planner I have to share with you. And there are more planners, and there is an accessory drop that is coming. So there are two more releases that are coming between November and December, and they have some amazing paper inserts. They have some plastic inserts, not inverts, plastic inserts, even for the Scout Planner, and the 2026 wall calendars, and the perpetual calendar, and even some banner stickers. So whenever you go, like I said, check out the sales bin for some amazing deals. And let's get to the accessories now. I have a few in hand, so I thought I will come and share it with you. So this is one of the earlier ones, and there are newer designs. And this is called the clip folio, where you have a clipboard, and a folio here. And it comes with dot grid pages, 50 pages, nice good quality paper. And this also comes with the folder on either side. So you can always come and add more pages if you need. So this was some of my notes from last year. Yeah, these were all the setups I wanted to do. So that's where we are. So this is a useful space. And I use this all the time because sometimes you're just in a hurry and you just have your planners just not visible sometimes. Does that happen to you? Even though you have 50 different planners? And now let's get to some of the sticky notes. And this was the colorful one from one of the last releases. And this is a good mix of the sizes. As you can see, I've used up almost the entirety of one of the stacks. Can you see? This is almost gone. That's a good size, in fact. And you have various size options and various, the lined one, the plain ones, different colors, whatever you want. And this is the sticky notes, the ETBT sticky notes. And these are the smaller ones, this size. And this is part of this release. So I picked this one up because I did not have anything in that size. So that's a nice, cute set of gifts if you want to gift your friend or somebody who likes to stay organized, somebody who's a planner and who likes sticky notes. This could be good gifts. Is this one, I forget the name, but really pretty florals. And Laurel Denise pouches always have this pink, hot pink color inside, and that is really their signature pattern for the inside. Nice, good gold detailing on here, and the Laurel Denise signature comes on a piece of leather here, and it's a nice big pouch. You might think it's a small one, but it has a pretty big capacity. Last up, I have two pouches, and this one will hold, I believe this holds the, let me see, yeah, the minis will go easily here. And this is the smaller pouch. Again, this was a Madre's Garden or something was the name. And yeah, see that pattern again? And I had ordered this and they accidentally sent me this. And when I had not noticed, and they went back to the packaging slip, I guess, and noticed that they had made a mistake. So they sent me this for free. And they even reached out and sent it to me overseas. So I think customer service is top notch when it comes to Laurel Denise. So I really, really love supporting such businesses. And this is the small one. I believe this is in the sale bin currently. I'm not sure, but I believe I saw it in the sale bin. And for the bigger one, let's see. This slides in effortlessly and the same pattern inside. Can you see? So that's everything I have in video 2 of the uncovering the 2026 planners. And this was the Laurel Denise set of planners. And let me know if you have tried any of these planners, which your favorite is if you have, and what you like about them. So please find all the details about the names and the sizes and the upcoming releases that are also happening. I would really appreciate it if you would consider shopping through my link and use my code Priya10 to save 10% every time you shop. And stay tuned for part 3, where I talk about another planner. And I hope you liked today's video. And if you would like to see more from me, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so you can be sure you would not miss out on anything. And please come follow me on Instagram, where I do share sneaks and more spreads. And even if they don't quite get YouTube videos, you'll get to see something there. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.